Yo, what is going on, you parched Pachirisus? Today we're going to be taking a look at the deck that I think is by far the best deck in Expanded, and I expect to show up big time at Toronto Regionals. It's the Pikachu Zekrom in Expanded. The reason it is so good in Expanded is because the main card you get is Max Elixir, which helps a ton, which is setting up the Pikachu Zekrom early on and aggressively. So usually we're attacking turn 1 with this deck, and then from there, attacking every turn from there on. Another big card that you get Expanded is the Flash Energy to remove the weakness of Pikachu Zekrom, the fighting weakness that can be quite a detriment to it in some matchups. Now they have to have an Enhanced Hammer if they actually want to be able to abuse the weakness of Pikachu Zekrom. So two huge cards that we get in Expanded for Pikachu Zekrom has me thinking currently that it is by far the best deck in Expanded. I'll definitely be coming at you guys with another Pikachu Zekrom video before Toronto Regionals with like an updated list, show you what I've been working with as we get closer to the tournament. But this is what I've been working with so far. That deck's been pretty nice for me so far. No real complaints, but I'm still working out the kinks of it. But yeah, this is the list. I think the deck is by far the best deck in Expanded. Let's go ahead and get into some games. I'll show you guys how it runs. Going first in this first game here, opening with the Pikarom. The reason I actually do play the 4 Pikachu Zekrom is because if you open up with the Pikachu Zekrom and it gets hit, and you prize a Pikachu Zekrom, then you only have one Pikachu Zekrom to really switch into. There's not really any other alternate attackers in this deck that I have. Currently in the list, there's just kind of the Zeraora GX. That's why I've been favoring the heavy Pikarom GX count. Looks like we are playing against Archie's Toys, if I had to guess, and we are going first. So we're in a good spot here, I think. I'm not going to bench him just yet. We're just going to chill on that. All right. Compressor. Go ahead, get access to Colress through V. We might just play N as our draw supporter for the turn. So getting access to Colress. I mean, we could get rid of the Lily, actually, right? Yeah, we'll get rid of Lily via Seeker for Lily. And then Lele isn't here, so I don't really want to ditch a draw support into the discard pile. Guzma could be good to get access to. Definitely want one lightning energy, I think. And then Guzma. Maybe I don't want to do this yet because we're still going to be looking to use, what's it called? Is the other compressor in here? No, maybe just these two then? I can't really come up with anything better. It seems fine to me. Ultra Ball. Wait, these two. I could have done one lightning, but then that lowers the chances of Max Elixir hitting. So I'll get that lightning energy into the discard pile later. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a Roadblock here, because Roadblock is typically actually pretty good against Archie's Toys on the turn 1, or even like going into their turn 2. It can be pretty effective at shutting them down a little bit. So I can go ahead and grab the Roadblock. Don't really need the Cocoa Prism yet. Don't really need anything else yet at all. Pretty well. We're going to Trainer's Mail first, take out a Trainer, once again increasing our chances of Max Elixir hitting. There's a third Max Elixir. I don't really need a third Max Elixir, so I think I'm just going to go for the Colress here. I don't really need another Max Elixir. Alright, one hit, and I don't see a reason not to go ahead and play this one. I don't think this is getting punched on our first turn. Yep, there's a whiff. We just need to hit one of the two though anyway, so then next turn we can go attach and then switch into it. Could switch into it now, but no, it's not really worth the risk of it getting hit. I think we just pass from here over to our opponent, and we'll see what they've got. Kind of actually unfortunate now we have the Guzma in the discard pile. I can't Lele for Guzma. Maybe I shouldn't have put the Battle Compressor is actually a card I'm not actually too sure how many I would even want in this deck, or if I should even play them at all. Maybe going down to one Battle Compressor in the list is the way to go. Currently there's 2, but I could definitely see going down to 1 being optimal. We're gonna stick at this for now. The two Battle Compressors what I've been sticking with recently. They've been good. They have their moments, but they almost feels like they just kind of don't do anything at a lot of points as well. Here in this situation, I think it would have been better to have the Guzma in the deck, so I could potentially go Guzma knockout. What's that guy's name? Blastoise, or maybe give myself a different option besides knocking out Egg. Knocking out Egg does not seem great here. So the way they're playing, it seems like they have the turn 1 attack, but that's a little bit weird. I think they've already attached, so now they're superioring, and there's the concession. So they messed up the turn 1 Archies, or they never had it to begin with, and that's a little bit too slow to beat Pikarom. So I don't fault them for that. Either they messed it up, or they were never able to get it. Either way, yeah, no way they're winning that game if they whiff the turn 1 Archies for sure. To a second game here, another solid start. Opening is pretty good. We're playing against another Archie's Blastoise. I saw off their mulligan. Ooh, Thunder Mountain in the hand. Don't really want to play that down aggressively. I did see in their mulligan that they do play Viridian, and even if they didn't play Viridian, they probably play Silent Lab. So, I think we're gonna start with the Nest Ball here and just see what's up in the deck. So once again, I think we're going for the Sudowoodo, and then we could go for Lele for Lily, and then have the backup of Sycamore for the follow-up. Sounds good to me. Start with a Trainer's Mail before we Ultra Ball. I think I just don't take anything. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna take anything there actually. Ultra Ball, or Sycamore, and Ultra Ball. Maybe I should have actually, you know, I should have Nest Ball for another Pikachu. I was a little bit greedy there with the Sudowoodo grab, because that way I could have attached to this and that there. Now I'm kind of like Choice Band active, Lele for Lily. I'm gonna keep these two. I don't really want to put the Thunder. Yeah, this should have been a Pikachu for sure. That's a pretty sizable mistake there. I was just kind of like tunnel visioned on the Sudowoodo. It is very good early on against what's it called, but not that good. All right, solid hand. They probably don't play any of the same or anything, so we're gonna go with this attachment here. We do have Sycamore in the discard pile, but I think it's gonna be a pass for the rest of this turn. Yeah. Go ahead and pass. All right, over to my opponent. We should be able to get off the attack pretty much no matter what next turn. We have the Thunder Mountain to give us +1 energy. The big play we can pull off here is potentially, I mean the switch. If we don't pull off the switch play, we can get Zeraora, because we have the Thunder Mountain, so we can go attach active, bench the Coco. We might even go Viridian Forest, get rid of one. Yeah, we'll go Viridian Forest, get rid of an energy, get an energy. Tap a Coco bench, attach active, Thunder Mountain, E-Power, Sycamore. Can get 2 energy back with the Coco. We have an energy active, so this thing will be able to attack with 2 energy through Thunder Mountain. And then if we whiff switch, we can just bench Zeraora. If it's in the deck, I actually didn't check. I'm just going to kind of assume here. But if they do hit into our Pikachu Zekrom here on the first turn, I definitely want to get attached. I want to get a third Pikachu Zekrom in play for sure. So we go like Zeraora, Pikachu Zekrom. Yep, there's the Archie. So they have the turn 1 Archies. It's just how good is their follow-up past the turn 1. About to find out here. Also possible we get off the turn 1 GX attack. We could also play for that depending on our top deck. And then we could go like knock out Lele, knock out Blastoise, and they have to get another Archies off next turn. They're not able to play like a bigger draw supporter, like a, I don't know, what's a bigger draw supporter they could actually play? Like a Sycamore, or like if they want to go for a Guzma play, they just kind of lose those options. So they hit us with the Sonoblast. I think I want to. No, if they're going to attack us with Volcanion, I'd rather have them hit into a Lele. If they attack us with anything else that's not this Volcanion, I would rather. They only have a 2-card hand, so if they want to draw a bunch of cards this turn, they would have to use Shaman. So I feel like they are going to be hitting us with the Volcanion Prism here. So I am going to push up the Lele then. I feel like the Volcanion Prism is definitely attacking us this turn, if anything attacks us. Because, yeah, locked them up with the Sudowoodo, so it actually is being pretty relevant here. They can't set up for some extra cards and then bench another attacker. They're kind of forced to attack here with the Volcanion Prism Star. Heads on the order pad. Doesn't really bother me too much. There's nothing really that they could grab that I'd be really scared of them being able to get off the order pad. But yeah, so this is how Sudowoodo can be pretty effective in this matchup. Limit their bench to 4. They like putting down Shamans. The deck generally plays a pretty heavy Shaman count as of late. But put down the Sudowoodo. Sure, they can still put down the Shaman, draw the extra cards, but now they don't have room for another attacker. So they're forced to attack with Volcanion Prism or the Tapu Lele, I guess. That's not really that great, though. So it'll probably be the Volcanion Prism attacking here, which is fine with us. We can knock it out. Look for the GX attack still. I think that's still a reasonable play to look for, is the GX attack. And then from there, we can pretty much close out the game on 2 GXs. I mean, if we just knock this out, then we can go like, if they get out a Magikarp Wailord, we can go GX, maybe knock out that, plus knock out a Blastoise, and then we have to KO another GX to close out the game as well. But I think they're going to have a tough time getting through the Pikachu Zekroms for sure. We'll see if they can even deal with 1, let alone 2. It's very possible they get stopped at 1 and just can't do anything from there. All right, another E-Power. Definitely don't want to waste that, so I might Lily. So we have to go Viridian Forest away 1. If I'm gonna Lily, I don't even want to. I want to say the E-Power should potentially like get a big knockout on a Wailord, Magikarp GX. So I actually think I want to hold these. So we just take none here, I guess. That's fine with me. This guy comes down. Attach active. Thunder Mountain. And then Via Seeker or Lily. Not going to retreat just yet. We're going to leave our options open. Could get Zeraora. Could get some interesting plays with like Max Elixir to pull off an interesting play. There's an Ultra Ball, so we can get rid of another energy. Plus the Battle Compressor, I guess. That's fine with me. Get another Pikachu. Could grab, yeah, I guess another Pikachu. Or could grab that Zeraora, like I mentioned. Oh, well, it's no Zeraora. Could grab this Let Loose Marshadow for potential draw on the next turn. I think I like that. I like grabbing the Marshadow just in case I want to use that. And then we got that Dance of the Ancients. Boom, boom. And now, actually, I forget. He is weak to lightning. I was like, all right, I definitely messed up if he's not weak to lightning, but he is weak to lightning, which is all good. Full Blitz for the knockout. I'm going to put 3 onto our benched Pikachu here. Now, here's where the Max Elixir starts to drop off pretty drastically, actually. But it's all about the early game. They're just there for the early game. And then from there, we just kind of snowball the game. Yeah, there's only 3 lightning left in our deck. They're really just there to get us that turn 1 attack. Or maybe even help us get the turn 2 attack. Maybe get a little bit extra energy in play turn 2 before we pull off our first attack. But yeah, like if we go first, and then we have like 2 turns to find Max Elixirs and play them, get that much extra energy in play, and kind of snowball from there. So they are hitting us with the Tapu Lele this turn. That's fine with me. Doesn't really represent that big of a threat at all. We do need a lightning energy on our active though to be able to attack this turn ourselves. And then we'll look for the GX attack, knocking out Blastoise plus another GX on their bench. So actually, yeah, we're fine. We're chilling. I guess I will probably use 1 E-Power here to knock out this Lele. At the very least, we're going to full blitz knock this out. They did put the Viridian Force in place, so we can just abuse that. Probably Viridian Force away the Max Elixir, actually, to grab an energy. Or I actually might go... I don't know, we only have Sycamore and Lily. Never mind. So we probably will... Yeah, and there they concede. I don't think there was any way for them to win the game anymore. Like I said, I think this Pikachu Zekrom, I think it's just... One of the reasons I think it's so good, I think it beats all the current other top decks. The 2 like biggest decks coming from Dallas Regionals was by far Zorogarb and Archistoise, and I think this deck handles both of them so well that I don't think those decks can be played anymore, actually. So we're gonna have to see a bunch of other new decks kind of rise up to be able to combat the Pikachu Zekrom. Getting into another one here, and here we're playing against one of the matchups I mentioned that could give us some trouble. The Lost March, or not Lost March, Night March matchup. Definitely possible to give us a ton of trouble. We're going to do our best here to try and stick in this one. The turn 1 Let Loose, super great for us to open up with. Gives us a lot more options to kind of, gives another option to kind of hopefully shut down our opponent through just kind of turn 1 Let Loose them to 4 cards. That's pretty reasonable turn 1 to try and slow them down. We're going to go ahead and get the Lily here. Lily for 8. Should have no problem setting up a turn 2 attack, I don't think. I'm not really too worried about it. This hand is not great. A lot of E-Powers. It's possible our Coco gets knocked out. Do I want to retreat it is the question, I guess. Not really. I don't really want to retreat it. I think we're just going to attach here and pass. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal if it gets knocked out, actually. I'd be fine if it gets knocked out. We're not going to be able to utilize it how we want to. Anyway, I guess if we had retreated it, if we could have switched it out, I think I would have done that for sure. But did not get that option. Our opponent's going to hit us with... And I maybe should have just used E-Powers last turn or Ultra Balled them away for another Pikachu. I probably should have. Now, there's a couple things I could have actually done extra in that hand that I probably should have done. A little greedy there not to play anything else down for sure, actually. And we are getting punished for it here. There's a Battle Compressor, getting rid of 3 Night Marchers, and then a Computer Search. We definitely want to dig for a Flash Energy this turn to make it harder for the Marshadow GX to potentially KO us. We're definitely fine if he takes a KO with the Marshadow GX on the Coco, because then we get to take the knockout on that. And the Coco really doesn't like help his prize trade all that much. He still has to get through 2 Pikaroms or Pikarom and a Lele, so I mean, could just get through 2 Pikaroms. So yeah, it doesn't help his prize trade that much. So I'm not really too worried about that knockout from our opponent there. Top deck a switch, so definitely want to thin our deck of stuff that is not what we want. Want some supporter options. Definitely we just want to find Flash Energy, to be honest. That's the only thing I really care about trying to find. Best supporter here is probably Sycamore. Don't have Layla left in the deck, so we're gonna get rid of Sycamore, Guzma, N, I think. Leave Chorus in the deck. Want access to N and potentially Guzma for sure. So I think these are 3. Could keep the Guzma in the deck and take Sudowoodo instead, actually, maybe. Now let's get rid of the Guzma, give ourselves that option through the supporters. This gives us a draw supporter comparable to Chorus. N is way different than both those two, and Guzma is way different than those. Sycamore is the one that's most beneficial this turn, so yeah, this is the discard we're going with. Can we thin out by another card? Could Ultra Ball away? Yeah, can Ultra Ball away one of these Pikachu Zekroms and this E power? Right, he's got 150. Full Blitz just checking. Does 150. Gonna go ahead and grab another Pikarom. Sounds good. And then we're gonna hit him with the Max Elixir here. Max Elixir. Hit. No problem. Another Pikarom comes down. Switch into this Pikarom. And now we're looking for that Flash Energy. One of the big additions to this deck and expanded, the Flash Energy. Besides Max Elixir. Max Elixir is definitely the biggest new addition to the deck. What's it called is also great. I definitely want to hold out for the Flash Energy here. So we're going to go with the Sycamore. So it's going to be Dazzling Machine, get rid of these two. Probably just grab a Max Elixir. Yeah, grab a Max Elixir and then via Seeker Sycamore. Take one more card out of our deck that is not Flash Energy. Got 3 Flash Energy left. I've been running with 3 recently just because I feel like you still need a decent amount of basic energy to make the Max Elixirs do their job. So I've been liking the 3 Flash. There we go. Easy Flash Energy. And then I'm not even going to use this Max Elixir. Well, it's about the same thing, so I may as well thin out of the deck, right? Yeah, this is literally the exact same thing. Actually, it's just +1. I don't even know what I was thinking about not doing that. And then here's the Full Blitz. 150. We get 1 energy. That's all we have left. I think it's going to make its way to the benched Pikachu Zekrom here. Yeah, I could definitely see, you know what? Yeah, take the knockout here. And then, I don't know, we'll go from there. I'm thinking about Battle Compressor right now as a card in the deck. It has its moments. It was definitely decent this game. But I could just see playing more Lightning Energy as well. Yeah, I think so. Very much, this list is very much in the experimental stage. Like I said, I'm definitely going to come at you guys with another Pikachu Zekrom list before we get to Toronto Regionals. But I wanted to get this one out to you. I wanted you guys to know what I think about the expanded format. As soon as I figured it out, and this is what I figured out so far, this deck is disgustingly good and expanded. So feel free to go ahead, change it how you want. This is definitely a base list I would start with, though. I haven't experimented around with too much other stuff. You would notice I don't even have Coco GX in here right now. And only really the Zeraora as another attacker. I mean, you can always attack with Lele, I guess. Coco Prism you can also attack with, but not optimal attackers, that's for sure. They're just kind of there. They exist. So see, our opponent's hitting us for 160, not even close to a one-shot, so they're going to have to come up with a little bit more than that if they actually want to take the knockout. Definitely possible they can get there, but we'll see. And we could reach for a GX attack this turn if we wanted. We definitely want to get at least a Switch or a Guzma, go to the other Pikachu Zekrom. Want to make it harder for our opponent to get the knockout, to get these KOs. We don't want to leave this active for no reason. I feel like we definitely want to attack with this one if we can, but maybe I should just leave this one on the bench full HP. Definitely want to chase that Shaman if we can and take that as a knockout this turn. There's a draw into a Switch. I might do the Switch play. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Eyeing the Via Seeker here for the Guzma potentially. I mean, if they Sky Return the Shaman, they don't get a knockout anyways, especially if I switch into this one. So that means they'd have to have DCE, Guzma, and then bench 2 more Pokemon, and then I could actually just still KO those 2 Pokemon. So I feel like we're just going to KO the active here, and actually I'm going to play a Colress. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the Colress. I'm going to bench this Pikachu Zekrom. I'm going to make sure this one has a Flash Energy to protect it. I'm going to go ahead and play the Max Elixir. It's going to fail. That's fine with me. And then I'm going to Colress, and I'm going to put 2 energy here on this guy. Get him ready for the GX attack. Is this right? That's what we're doing. Yeah. Full Blitz. Now he can Sky Return this and bench 3 Pokemon. I guess that would be a little bit awkward for me. Whatever. We're setting this guy up, ready to go. We'll see how this game plan plays out. I could have gone for the Guzma knockout, and then he would have to bench 2 Pokemon, but I wasn't set up to be able to for sure do a GX attack. So if I had like put an extra energy on my active, it could get 1 shot. If I put the extra energy on my bench one, he only has 60 HP left, so I wasn't really feeling either of those lines of play. It's just going to be an end from our opponent. So I think we have this one pretty much wrapped up. Just going to be a matter of time. They have to hit 3 basic Pokemon and Choice Band plus DC and Sky Return. And if not, we're definitely taking this one. There's the you have a good deck. I think that means he agrees. We do definitely have a good deck, and he's not being sarcastic about it. And it might just be a Sky Return and pass. Yep, there's the Sky Return. Doesn't even knock us out, and he benches himself out. And we take that one. All right, I don't know. That's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I think it definitely showcased some of the power of this deck. I think this deck, once again, insanely good. Definitely try it out. Definitely, if you're going to Toronto Regionals, do not play a deck that loses to this deck. I don't even think it's close. I think this deck is way ahead of everything else that there is out there and expanded. Try it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Links to my Twitch live stream as well as social medias in the description below. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.